So, today's vlog isn't going to be a vlog, because I read the longest book I have ever read. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by J.K. Rowling. And I read this book in 3 days. I didn't physically read the book, but I listened to the audiobook, and listening to like a 20-something hour audiobook. Let me just... I will look it up while I'm talking. So, this... oh my god. There's so many scenes in this book that weren't in the movie. And I just want to talk about how much I love the fact... I love the movie so much more now that I've read this. Yeah, I love the... One second. I don't read down because it hasn't... I like that. Okay. But, I love the movie so much more now that I've read this, because the way they did the movie, they just did it... The scene in the Ministry of Magic, I read it at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and like, I love like the parts they took out and the parts they put in to the movie from the book. It just made... I don't know what... I wish I had read this and then watched the film, because it would have been... I would have been so happy. I'm so happy with the way they did the films now that I'm reading the books, because they just did it so wonderfully. And I just... But yeah, so this is a 766-paged book. This is the longest book I've read, which is close second by Akawar? Either Akawar or Lord of Shadows. One of the two. I would look it up, but I'm using my phone to video. I wish I was more prepared for this video. It's not really a video. It's supposed to be my vlog for today, but it's 9 o'clock at night, so there is no point in me doing a vlog. Because I was asleep until like 6 o'clock in the night time, because I went to bed at like 6 o'clock in the morning because of this, because I was like on chapter 25 and I was like, I should go to bed, and then I was like, nope, and then read the next 13 chapters. Then I fell asleep. It was great. Harry Potter. Come on, Audible. Harry Potter. Go. See how long this audiobook is, okay? Order of the Phoenix, Over the Fire. Order of the Phoenix. 29-hour audiobook in 3 days. Come on. It's huge. Also, it goes to the Tome Top or ReadAthon, because it's a tome. The only tomes that I've read are this, Akawar, and Ardak Duet. I'm also reading City of Glass tomorrow, which I'm pretty sure that's a tome. Let me just... No. I'm gonna do my usual... This is usually how I do this. Okay. So, this is 496, but on Goodreads it's 500, so whatever. Plus I can read a little snippet from Lady Midnight and now add it out. But yeah. So the Ministry of Magic, the way they did Bellatrix, I like Bellatrix more in the movie than I do in this. She's not as scary in this. I also love how they made Neville's parents dead in the books, but like in the film they made them dead instead of just tortured and insane, so they could take out that scene. But I also love in the book how Arthur Weasley tries to get stitches because he wants to try muggle things. And I love it. And Umbridge, oh my god, she is so much worse in this. She's so much worse. So much worse. And Gwop, the giant, I didn't like him in the book. I liked him in the movie. But yeah, other things. The Quidditch. I loved reading about Quidditch. It's my favourite part of the book. You have to listen to the audiobook while you're reading about Quidditch because it's so much more intense. You're just like and reading about the Ministry of Magic and oh my god, everything, just everything. Oh my god. I love this book. It's probably gonna be my favourite book in the series because it was just so beautiful and it made me appreciate the movies so much. So I have 3-4 days left of this readathon and I want to try it. These are the 2 tomes that I want to read for the rest of this readathon. I want to try and finish these 2. City of Glass, which is definitely a tome. It's definitely over 500 pages. Like, this is because the books are usually longer on Goodreads or shorter. I don't know, but I'm gonna count this as a tome because like it's 496 pages. So I don't know. And Half-Blood Prince, because this one is 607 pages, and like I'm not a big fan of the Half-Blood Prince movie. I legitimately cannot remember anything. I can remember the guy turns into a chair, and that's it. That's all I remember from this movie. I didn't even know that they went to Hogwarts in this film, and then I remembered that they do that dance, and somebody throws up on Snape, and that's all I remember. I'm also gonna try and finish Percy Jackson's series, because the thing with Percy Jackson is everyone loves Percy and Annabeth and all of the characters, but really I'm just in it for the story. Because if you've watched my videos before, Suzanne Collins wrote a series called Gregor the Overlander, which is basically about a boy called Gregor and his sister named Margaret, but they call her Boots because she likes to wear boots, and they fall down not an elevator shaft. It's like, it's behind a washing machine in their apartment building, because they have like their apartments, and then at the bottom floor there's like the washing machine area where they go down and they can wash their clothes. And so his sister crawls behind one of the washing machines and falls down this hole, and he follows her down the hole, and they go to this underground world under New York City, and there's like loads of monsters, and there's a race of people that live under New York, and he goes down there and he has to complete a bunch of prophecies, and Percy has to complete loads of prophecies, and I'm getting so many vibes, and I'm like, oh, it's just, and they're both middle grade, but like, this compared to Gregor, they've both got 5 books. The Gregor series is so much more like... It's basically a young adult book, but with middle grade characters, because there's actual death. In this, there's not really any death, besides, like, the monsters dying. There's no real, like, people death. But yeah, I want to finish this series, and then I want to reread Gregor, even though I read it last year, and I've read it before, so it would be my third time reading the series. And I know, just, they're so good. The Gregor series is so good. It's better than the Hunger Games. Like, not even because it has more books, but just because, like, the plot line and the characters are way more interesting. Like, Katniss is so bland compared to, like, the Gregor characters. Like, Gregor's way better main character. I'm just gonna hold this up. But, like, Gregor. I love this series because when I say there's, like, monsters in it, I mean, like, if you imagine the underground, you imagine, like, rats and, like, little creatures and stuff. Like, cockroaches and shit. Basically, in this underground land, there's, like, the different sections of the world have, like, different creatures in them. So there's, like, the rats, but they're, like, 10 feet tall, ginormous fucking rats. And then there's, like, cockroaches and spiders, and then there's, like, ants, and they all have, like, different realms and different, like, areas where they live. And they all have different names, so, like, spiders are called spinners. I don't remember what the other ones are. But yeah. So, Gregor goes into the land, and he finds a bunch of people and friends, and then... Oh, and then there's bats. There's, like, giant bats. And, you can bond with the bats. Like, I'm just spewing random facts. But, like, so he goes down, and he gets told that there's a prophecy, and he goes into the prophecy room. There's, like, a prophecy room with the king. The king of the land takes him into the prophecy room, and he reads the prophecy, and then he has to take a bunch of people with him on this quest. And they go on the quest. And so they have to take two of like certain types of monsters. So they have to take 2 spiders, 2 cockroaches, a rat, and then like 2 people from the Overland, which is just like regular New York, and then the Underland, which is where he goes. And like they go on an adventure, and oh, it's so fun. But like they're 12 years old, so like Gregor's love interest, but he has to, oh, it's so sad. The ending is really sad, but like the entire series as a whole is really fun because he has to go there, but after his prophecy is finished, he leaves. So at the end of every book, he leaves, and it's great. It's so good. You have to. I'm talking about Percy Jackson, but like they're kind of similar, except for this one's got like Greek gods, and that one hasn't. But like, so this one has Greek gods, this one has giant rats, and like larger spiders. They're not like huge spiders, but like they're bigger. But the Gregor series is so good. It's so good. I really want to reread it, but like I can't. But they're both like similar sized books as well. They're all like 300-page books. But they pack so much into the books. Okay. Now for the end of this video, because I'm not doing a vlog today, you're just going to have this video of me ranting about random books. I want to talk briefly about Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. If you have not read this book, please just leave the video, because as soon as I finish talking about this, I'm going to end the video, because it's 14 minutes long already. I just want to talk about it. I don't have the book. I just want to talk about it. So if you haven't read it, just click off the video. Goodbye. I'll say goodbye to you with this KFC box. So if you haven't read Our Dark Duet, then bye. See you. Okay. Bye. all the people that have read this book, okay. I need to change my rating from 5 stars to 4 stars, because the first half of the book I wasn't paying much attention, the last half was really good, but Kate, it's the first series that I've ever read that's, barring fucking Divergent, that has killed off a main character. Like, Victoria Schwab has some fucking guts to kill off Kate Harker. What the fuck? And I was like, why aren't more people talking about this? Because when Tris died, everyone was like, oh, fuck, no, Tris, ah. And I was like, but Kate? Kate? What? Wait, what? What? And August is on his own? Like, I didn't comprehend that she was dead. I'm gonna have to reread Our Dark Duet, because I was not paying attention during that book. I don't remember anything. That's why I need to lower my rating to 4 stars. Because the first half, I have no fucking idea what happened. The second half, I remember most of it. I just remember Sloane and, like, the other monster. And yeah, that's why I don't remember anything that happened in the book. All I remember is August being kind of a dick and Kate dying, and I was like, wait, Kate, what? I thought we were gonna bring her back to life. It was like reading Aquawar. Oh my god, don't even, oh my god, Aquawar. I need to be happy, Farah. Ah, my soul. I love this. I love this book. It's on my favourite shelf. I have a favourite shelf. My favourite shelf consists of Cassandra Clare, Hamilton biography, which I haven't read yet, the Raiden Cycle, and this. When I go to my dad's, if I get any money, I am buying Call of Mist and Fury, because I just want to read it again. I really want to read Akamath again. Oh, I really want to read Akamath. Ooh, another thing, I just want to mention this. If you didn't know, there is a Fantastic Beasts illustrated edition book being produced. It comes out in November. And my mother was like, do you want the Fantastic Beasts illustrated book? And I was like, what? What is that? What is that? And then I looked it up and it's so beautiful. I want it. Speaking of Fantastic Beasts, there are nifflers in this book. But why didn't they put the nifflers in the movie? The nifflers in Fantastic Beasts are adorable. Why? But there was nifflers in this book. And Ron's moaning because he doesn't have any money, but he's really good with nifflers at finding money because he's poor. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. More. Oops. You know, okay. Fred and George, I love them. When they left. Oh my god. So they left. Fred and George. If you haven't, they left the book. I was like, what? But so Fred and George, they were like talking to Umbridge, and Umbridge was like, what are you doing? Why are you setting up all this shit in my school? Like, they built a fucking swamp. Like, and then, Filch is running around trying to find, like, a letter that lets him whip people because he's fucking insane. And then, but Fred and George, they like get their broomsticks and they just fly away. Because they're like, we don't give a shit about school. And they open up the joke shop on Diagon Alley. And I'm like, oh my god. But then George is gonna be all alone when Fred dies. Also, this book made me appreciate how much I love Lupin. Lupin is my favourite character because, you know, Lupin's awesome. Like, how can you not like Lupin? He's my favourite. I don't know why. He's always been my favourite. I've always loved Lupin. Fight me. Though, if I was gonna go out with any character in the Harry Potter series, it would be young Sirius, because, guys, Sirius Black. I can imagine Sirius being, like, really hot when he's younger, because they even say it in the book that all the girls were looking at Sirius. And then, like, old Sirius in the movies, I'm doing a Trisha Paytas right now because, like, he's really hot. Older guys. And I love it. Oh my god. When there was the flashback of Snape's worst memory and James was talking to Lily and I was like, eh. They hated each other. Oh, it was great. Oh. This video was 20 minutes long. So yeah. Does it have the blurb on the back? Here it does. One brief thing. Has anyone noticed, like, when people lose the covers of these books, it's always Goblet of Fire. I know it's a random thing, but everyone always loses the cover to Goblet of Fire. Like, I did it. Christine did it. I've never seen anyone lose the cover to something other than Goblet of Fire. Just think about that. It always happens. It's weird. So, my next read is this. I want to finish this before I go to my dad's. And then I'm going to read City of Glass by Cassandra Clare. Then I'm going to read Half-Blood Prince by J.K. Rowling. These are my next reads. This is Sunday, so I can't do Friday reads. But yeah, these are my next reads. Then, after I finish this, I'm going to finish Percy Jackson. Then read Deathly Hallows. This is all while I'm at my dad's. And then on the way home from my dad's, I'm reading City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. Because I'm rereading the series because I never read City of Lost Souls. And if you want to know why that happened, because I was spoiled and Malik break up at the end of that book, and no. I couldn't bring myself to read it. It was stressing me out so much. It was stressing so hard. I couldn't even deal with my emotions. I was not mentally and physically prepared for Malik to break up, so I left. And I went into a library and I picked up the book and I read page 511 and I was like, no, I was about to start bawling in the library. I was like, my soul. And then I looked at Clockwork Princess graphic novel and watched Will Die, and I was like, so this book is going to be my, basically, this Harry Potter review, even though half of it was me talking about Gregor and I like about. But I love this. This is my first time reading the series, if I haven't mentioned that. Yeah. You can't blame me. You legitimately can't blame me. The fourth book came out when I was born. You can't. You just can't. I was 10 when the last movie came out. You couldn't blame me for not reading this. I'm sorry. I could barely think when I was that age. I didn't even know the alphabet when I was that age. I couldn't read. What? Also, I don't know how fucking 15, not 15, oh wait, yeah, Harry's 15 in this book. Oh, that's fine. Fuck. But yeah, so this is the end of the video. Order the Phoenix is gonna say goodbye. You'll get my travel vlog tomorrow of me traveling to London. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye! Folks.